kwadokwala ngwa m ka ịga ndị nwe mmadụ ekele m unu, Igbo obi Igbo ekele m unu, ọfọ na ogu ekele m unu, anyanwụ ụtụtụ ekele m gị, ọnwa na kpakpando ndị bi n'elu ndị bi n'ala ekele m gị. Ekele m gị ụbọchị eke, ekele m gị ụbọchị orie, ekele m gị afọ na nkwọ, ekele m gị ndị zụtara anyị ije, ndị mbụ na ndị egede ekele m unu, ezumezu ekele m unu, ndị anyị na-agbara ọfụma ndị a na-agbara anyị ọfọ ekele m unu. Ụwa anyị bịara bụ ụwa ahụ, ụwa oke na nne, ụwa ihe ọma. Ọ bụ mụnwa bụ Nnaemeka aja chụrụ oke arụsị. Nnaemeka gbara nwa unu nwunye ichie na-eme m ike ọcha nke gafere oge nke anyị. Ichi ike ọcha gwana nwa Jọn ife na-achụ ike ọcha bụkwa nna nna m. Jọn bụkwa n'ọnwa ike ọcha n'onwe ya. Ike ọcha bụkwa n'ọnwa Awụzie bụ nna ike ọcha. Awụzie bụkwa n'ọnwa egwu, ọ bụ egwu mụrụ Awụzie amụta ike ọcha. Ike ọcha amụta ife na-achọ bụ nna nna m, ife na-achọ mụtazie nna m Ichie ike ọcha. Ọ bụ ya wụ Ichie nke mbụ n'Igbe, ala Igbe Kingdom. Akpọkọlo m ndị Ichie na ndị mbụ na ndị egede, ezumezu ndị bụrụ anyị ụwa bụ ọhụụ, ndị zọrọ anyị ụzọ zọ anyị ama, ndị tụrụ anyị anya tụọ anyị ntị, ndị nọ anyị ihe nọ anyị n'azụ nọkwa anyị n'ime ọbara. Ekele m unu. Gbakwanụ mmanwụ, ụwa mmanwụ, afọ mmanwụ, na nka na-eri ji ka anyị mekwe n'udo. Ụwa makpọrọ onye iro mma, makpọrọ onye azụ mma. Akpọkọkwere m unu n'ebe ụmụnne m niile nọ, ndị nọ n'ụlọ ma ndị nọ n'ụzọ ije, ebe nne m nọ, ebe ụmụnne m dịka nwaanyị nọ, ụmụ nwaanyị dịka alụrụ alụ na ụmụ nwaanyị ile nke anyị mụrụ amụ. Ka aka unu niile gbaa ha gburugburu jidechi anyị ike na udo na aṅụ, ahụike ogologo ndụ na ahụ isi ike. Ifeọma mekwere anyị, ụwa dịkwara anyị mma. Ise nwa Amadioha, nwa aka mma na Amadioha, ndị ji anyị ụzọ na-agbara anyị ọsọ na-alụrụ anyị ọgụ, ndị na-ejere anyị ozi ma ndị anyị na-ejere ozi. A sị m unu bịa nara m ihe ekele ka anyị ji bịara ụtụtụ a, si ka ihe ọma mekwara anyị niile. Isokwa ya. Ise I am not going to stop here. I am going to continue. Maniha mere now has opened the gateway for me to go into nke na gị nọ na, because ana m aga ịsụ ya otu oge si na-adụ unu na ntị ka unu na-aghọta ya ọfụma. Dịkwa n'anya agụdị mixer m abịara m ụdị ọzọ. I have just 12 more minutes. I went in today, yesterday, I entered an autopiloted taxi by Tesla. Mbaya na moto bịa buru m. There was nobody driving me. When I got in, the car greeted me, confirmed my identity, and I sat down. Car instructed me to put my seat belt ntinye. The car asked me if I chose the temperature that was already there. I asked the car to fine-tune more or temperature. The car asked me if I am so conversant or I love the music is playing, or do I have a kind of music I want. I asked him to select a music that was resonating with me. Car select and when the car has finally gotten to my destination or stop, and ask me, do you have any other thing you want me to do for you? Nsimoto you iburu anonum ka meporom n'aka ya. Mbuto ka request ya for tip from me. Now why I no go tip that then? Oh boy, I tip the car. My hair will tip. Tie kwere ego. Cham. My would to turn or car make chozo. Say mo have a good day and it is a pleasure riding with you. Onwe na moto. And when I came and I was discussing with one of my friends back home, see how the experience somewhere today, or some gonna, hi, BK Wabara. BK Wabara, what? BK Wabara now, can me translate? They say that a white man is the wizard. Now, it is a wizard because he's a white man. But if it is a fellow black man, it is a witch. So, Abara. It will be boom. Good Abara. Abara, it will be good Abara. But if you want to refer to your fellow black man as Abara, it is equal to. Why? Because the good man, the white brain, the white sense have given solution to 21st century problem. But the other person back home is constituting a very serious nuisance to a 21st century generation. He cannot provide or offer or give any solution to a 21st century problem. And you think we are just living like it. Listen, my last name, Ikocha. I did not come to America before I answered that. I was not born here. It is the name that my ancestors were already answering, Ikocha, which means Ikoya white power mza. But let me explain to you. It is a power that comes from a purest source. It is a vibration that emanated from a purest source. That means white sense. So white sense is not because it is the white man that is having it or giving us the incentive that are taking care of our 21st century problem. But just because they are offering the solution, that is why when you see those skyscrapers, when you see them launching the artificial intelligence and their AI, launching it and sending to Mars and making you be fascinated by what they are setting on plot, and you are seeing it taking effect, you are like, let me address this matter. I wrote it on my Facebook page. You can go and check it. You will be there, and those stupid so-called pastors and those bishops come and every time they will begin to tell you, oh, every wicked, every evil in your father's house. Let's pray. Every evil. Why would they always be seeing evil in your father's house? Let me ask you. Why would they always be praying against your father's house? Their own father's house not get evil. Oh. Now only your papa's house get evil. African man, wake up. African consciousness is a reality. You need to come up to this, that you are being hypnotized. They have made you run away from your home. They made you hate your own ancestors. I call the name of my ancestor to the 4th and 5th generation. How many of your father's great-grandfather's name do you know? Cut your vein as your blood is flowing. What is coming out of your blood is your papa and your papa's papa. Not Jesus, not Angel Michael, not Abraham. Paul did not write any letter to my ancestors when he was writing to Corinthians. He wrote to the Romans. He wrote to the Philippians. He did not write to Ndumuaya. I am from Abia State. And I'm speaking to you for you to wake up. African man, wake up. Because why? It is Oyibo man that built this. Because he is taking care of a 21st century problem. It is that, now, but only Africa, a black mind like you, what have he invented? Now the only thing that he does anything, you refer to his own Abara as a Kwensu, but the Igbo man, you call his own Abara as a which one? Oh, wizard. Wizard is good, witch is bad. So which is for your own brethren and your own umunna. Wake up. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? What is wrong with us? When we see this thing coming up, above the shape, they will make you begin every day. As a man, all the effort I'm making as a man to give my children the best. So tomorrow, and I build a good foundation, and I will give them the best education, give them the best successful platforms, and they grow up. Let me tell you something. Your father, so for us, you are 40 years now, from 45 years down. Our parents, if you are from the southeast of Nigeria, so-called, our parents started life with 20 pounds. If you don't know it now. Our parents started life with only 20 pounds after the Nigerian war. My own father was given 20 pounds after he has fought in Biafran army, and he also sustains wounds that contributed to his early death. Yet, what they gave him was 20 pounds. He had to revert into teaching, trying to raise me up with such challenges. And I will wake up tomorrow, and the only thing I can remember them for, that evil in my father's house. If my children would do it, if my children, the only thing your pastor will teach you is every time you are casting and binding the evil in your father's house. Oh yeah, don't worry. Was he the one that kept it? How many evil did his own papa has? Let him go and take care of it. And leave you alone. You are the evil in your father's house. Go and reconcile with the influences and the divine vibrations that controls your father's house. Go home. Go and reconcile with the deities in your father's house. Go and take off from your father's house and let the ancestral energy regenerate your consciousness. Every time, ancestral causes. Guy, so your ancestors can never give you a blessing. So now causes every time. But you are professing Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Jesus, Joseph, Ruth, and the rest of them. Bullshit. You don't even know one single name of your ancestor. You don't even venerate them. You don't even know what is hiding inside your cells in your body. It is your father. There is no Jesus, no Abraham inside my cell. It is my genetic thread inside me. DNA. Read my father. I'm going to extend this video a little because this thing, I'm going to share this thing. Share it. Africans, you guys are hypnotized. Somebody and here in our brain. Is it not enough for you to wake up to know that your father's house is pure? Your father's house is the most purest place on earth. Go home. Reconcile with the influence in your father's house. Like I tell you, when somebody came and tell me, that something is coming from, I tell you, see, they respect me. Go and ask question. Every deity, when I come and I speak, they will listen. That is all. For you are a son of the land, and you are running up and down like a lunatics. Following all these people that are making you hate your father's house. Who are you going to run to? Also, are you going to run to where? Your father's house is the palace of the deities. Return to your father's house and make peace with your land. Take the water from your mother's kitchen and bless your father's land. And bless it. Let the land begin to bless you. I am a product of a blessing from my ancestors. I know my ancestors very well and I relate with them. They come and visit me. Who told you my father is dead? My father cannot die. My father transitioned. He visits me, and if I want him, I'll call him. My late father, so-called, visit me and talk to me. Ask them. Ask my family. So wake up, Africans. We are getting hypnotized. Who has done this to us? Every time you are casting and binding. What is wrong with us? I will shut this thing down here because I'm getting so much, yeah. Now let me say this last. We will need to come down to begin to understand why our ancestors use some certain names for some influences. And make that he say, who told you? Your problem is that if you go and identify the chi, Chiku, Chiara, Chiozonagi, Ezumezu. The people that came before you and still around you, they need your attention. Go and venerate them. Go and reconcile with the land, the property of the altar. Let me tell you, till Joseph have died in Israel, in Egypt. When Joseph died, he was the only person that witnessed the signature, the covenant that Egypt entered with Israel. It was him and that Pharaoh that knew about it. When he died, Israelites were very intelligent. The Hebrew, they preserved his burial ground. They buried him in Goshen. Beside them, that is the only contact they have to their covenant. It is the source of their covenant. Every year, they go around to the graveyard of Joseph and make sacrifices and rituals and profess that spiritual rituals. And yet the radiation, the energy, the posterity that comes out from the grave, keep them. When it was time to leave Egypt, did they leave the bone there? No. They exhumed him, put him in a casket, carried him on the shoulder, and they left, traveled so many years on the highway in the wilderness. The thing at the high. Do you know what they did? They broke his bone in pieces. His bone were shared among all the children, the Hebrew children, until they got to their destination. And now they gathered the bone again and buried him. That is their contact to their spiritual covenant. Where is your for? Where is Yukenga? What is that thing that shows that you have a contact with your ancestors? I always profess this. I always call them here. This is my contact. Create one. Listen, you live a life like that, you don't have an altar where your ancestors come and interact and romance with you. You are already going to fail. Forget that your pastor. His own father's house have evil. He have not taken care of it. Oh, Oyedepo now, after he has invested so much on his children, tomorrow the children will turn around and begin to say, oh, every evil in my father's house. Oyedepo Gamaha Kanti, you go slap them. The same thing I want you to realize. My children can never wake up tomorrow and begin to point the house I have set up for them and begin to find one evil. Let them keep them. After I give them the best of life. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I say, hey, ROC, do you know what is ROC? I'm going to end here. Aro, or alo. Get me right. We have tried to understand it, but let me tell you, alo, see, that is the name, alo, see. What means alo is idea. Alo is idea. Alo si ozo. Alo si kalaba. Alo si, that is an ideology of the Anambra people. Ideology is alosi. Now you will go carve something, go put it there. Now you give yourself wahala. Our ancestors had ideology, spiritual ideology, which they used to conserve their posterity and conserve their own resource. That is what they call alosi. That is the ideology that comes from a particular place. My father has his own ideology. His own father has his own ideology. So why would I not have my own ideology, connecting them with my ancestors? Come on, wake up. I cannot be speaking like this and I feel so tense. And I love you all, man. Come on. If we can be able to say and then Africa, black man, come on. Why? He's offering solution. What have that things offer? Can that Bible offer solution to 21st century problem? Come on, man. Shit. This is it. It cannot. Even till today, the much we were using the Bible to correct our children 3,000 years ago, that book it cannot even correct your children now. You cannot even use the book to raise your kids now. Because why? The internet have hijacked your kids. The Cartoon Network have hijacked your kids. The Nollywood have hijacked your kids. The website, the Facebook, the Instagram have hijacked your kids. The only time you spend is that 10 minutes you share Bible study. That Bible study nonsense you share with them. That 10 minutes in the morning. You don't know them. You don't owe them again. You lose them. They have gone back to their old world. 95% of what they learn, you don't teach them. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to continue again, man. Wake up, Africans. Wake up, the black race, because this is getting out of hand. Your father's house is the most ultimate and purest place to relate with spirituality. I'll see you again. Share it, comment, and ask your questions. And then subscribe. Bye.